something to offer, they know it, and it's a sad thing that the people who should know better are towing after them. But this alliance here today, and many more to come ahead of the election, will teach them the lesson they have always been wanting to learn. And so tonight, this afternoon, I just want to welcome us all to this press conference, which is the beginning of good things to come. Nigeria will be rescued, the oppressors will be toppled through the ballot box in 2023. And so I welcome you all to this press conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. African National Congress, Northwest, working, Mr. Osman Abdullahi. Please, can you come forward? I need someone to get the chair for him to sit down with you. Comrade Usman. Thanks again, Comrade Ina. And as I have always said, that our alliance, the alliance we speak of, that is capable of challenging the hegemony of the ruling class, is going to be the alliance of the oppressed. And that's exactly what we have been doing since 2019. That is what we're still doing now as we speak. So as I hand over the microphone, sorry, use of megaphone a lot. So I'll be handing over this microphone to our presidential candidate, Mr. Omoyele Sowore, to lead this press conference and this very germane intervention.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to our friends and colleagues from the People's Redemption Party. Good afternoon to the leadership of the AAC that are here with me today, gentlemen of the press and the public. The People's Redemption Party was established in 1978. Evaporate. As of today, the PRP is the oldest revolutionary party participating in the 2023 election. The AAC, the African Action Congress, interestingly and coincidentally, was also established in 2018. You do your maths, 1978 to 2018. That's how many years? Any good mathematician around? 40 years apart, exactly. And today, these two political parties, the oldest revolutionary party in the country and the youngest revolutionary party in the country, are forming an alliance to overthrow and take down the evil system of oppression in Nigeria today. There are some similarities. The person who formed the PRP is known as Aminu Kano, one of the poorest but most powerful politicians in Nigeria's history. He had not a car known to belong to him, but he was more powerful than all the rich people in Nigeria in his own time. He had not a mansion built in his name, built by himself, but he had mansions and lots of national buildings named after him today. There is known in this country today an Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano. There's a hospital named after him. He's a man of integrity. Alhaji Balarabe Musa, who also was a member of the party, was the first governor in Nigeria's history to be impeached because he refused to engage in corruption. The first. He also died with dignity a few years ago. When we started our party, we are the first party, as the African Action Congress, in Nigeria's history, founded by young people. When I mean young people, really young, radical elements in Nigeria. It's the first political party in recent history that called for a revolution in Nigeria and carried out that master plan in about 30 cities in Nigeria in 2019. Of course, the same thing that happened to the PRP also happened to us. At the point, the PRP was hijacked by reactionary elements. Also in 2019, the AAC was hijacked by reactionary elements. Whereas the PRP, the legacy PRP, the PRP back, the original, authentic, and undiluted PRP is the one that we're in bed with today. They are the ones that we're in alliance with today. The AAC as well regained control of his party on June 2nd, 2022. Because I know so many of you journalists will be asking, oh, are you serious political parties in the country? And we are here dutifully to major, radical, revolutionary political parties in Nigeria today. We would like to express to you that the other political parties, especially who are contesting in this election, the APC is not different from the PDP. As a matter of fact, what we know in Nigeria is that the APC was created by people who defected from the PDP, I think in 2013, and won an election in 2015. And by 2019, those who defected from the PDP also came back to who defected from the APC also came back to the PDP. In this election, there are four political parties that we hear about mostly. That's the APC, PDP, the Labour Party, and the NNP. All of the characters and personnel in these parties are from PDP originally. Yes. Some of them went to APC and are now back into PDP. But as you know, in churches, when there are too many people inside the main auditorium, they create at the back of churches what they call overflow. The NNPP is the overflow of PDP. The Labour Party is the overflow of the PDP. In fact, the Labour Party home is worse because they are orphanage home for internally displaced politicians. Anytime they are rejected from PDP or APC, they go to the Labour Party. And it's the most, today in the history of the continent of Africa, is the most popular orphanage home for internally displaced politicians. So we are here to tell you that we don't belong to any of these groups. All of us that are seated here have only participated in one political party in our lives, in the history of Nigeria. We've never had any reason to abandon our own political party, even for a short period or a long period, only to come back to the same political party. When our party was hijacked from us, we stood there until we got our party back. When their own party was hijacked from them, they are standing and ensuring that they get the party, the part of the party that must have been taken away and get back in control of the party. But the spirit of the party is with these gentlemen who are here with us on the high table. We must quickly address something that is very important to us and which we raised in some of our meetings. We do not believe that women are sufficiently represented in radical politics in the country. And we regret and apologize for this. We don't feel good that the high table here is occupied only by men, when we are the champions of human rights and all kinds of rights in the country. But trust me, our particular major interest is to ensure that women equal men in this country. So it is the reason why the political party is going to jettison what we used to know as a women affairs and women Ministry of Women Affairs and make it the Ministry of Gender and Equality. I was at a human rights event on Saturday, and the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Women Affairs is a man, permanent secretary. In Adamawa State, a former commissioner under Bindo, Governor Bindo, of Women Affairs is a man. In fact, there was a time the APC was having a national convention or a state convention somewhere, and the man was applying to be woman leader of the APC. These are how confused these other political parties are when it comes to recognizing the rights of women. We just want to make it a priority to address that particular issue before we start acting on it. Having said that, I welcome all of you to this reality. It's a new revolutionary reality for Nigeria and Nigerians, and we intend, not just intend, we will make it a duty to shut down the system of injustice and oppression in this country, the system of deceit that has enslaved our people since independence of Nigeria, and by extension, the continent of Africa. So on this note, I want to pass the microphone over to the real leader of the People's Redemption Party. Please, Jonathan, this is not People's Democratic Redemption. This is People's Redemption Party. Vanguard. Our comrade, revolutionary comrade for that matter. His name is Majid Daoud.
Thank you, comrade Sowore. Welcome everybody here. I especially welcome the colleagues we are together. With me here we have Dr. Simon Sarah. We also have Dr. Hamad bringing with me here. These are elders of the PRP and representation from our state, zonal state chairman. We have the 6th chairman from the northeastern zone, northwestern zone of the PRP, usually here to represent here. And also some other senior stakeholders in PRP. Gentlemen of the press, I wish you all. This today is going to be a great day in the history of this nation, and it's going to be a turning point in the political history as well of this country. It's a day where two major political parties who share common ideology, who have common orientation and programs, are coming together to unite, join forces, and then face this alliance. It's an alliance that is meant to represent Nigerian masses. And it is solely with the sole purpose of emancipating, freeing our people from this 22 years, or let me say even 62 years of sorrow, tears, and blood, hardship. The two political parties are merging today because we share one major common ideology, and we're from the same law, which is the left-oriented political. We are both left-oriented political parties. We're both of socialist orientation. We all believe that the state should play the leading role in the economy. We believe that all fundamental human rights in Chapter 2 of the Federal Republic, Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria be observed in public administration, And these are the main things that matters when you talk about governance. The two political parties today are coming together in order to form a common front under this alliance so that we could defeat this bourgeois, reactionary, ruling elite and ruling class. So, this is just the beginning of the alliance, and we're formalizing it now, and hopefully the formalization and alliance program and procedure will continue subsequently. And I hope this will be a great hope for Nigerian people and Nigerian youth. And this will be the end of hardship that Nigerian people are suffering. We all know that for the past 20 or 40 years, Nigerians have been having the same style and people that has not yielded anything good. We know what are their common traits and characteristics. Privatization of public-owned assets. Redirecting people's own commonwealth into the hands of the few. We know their own style. Withdrawal of subsidy. Government not caring about its own people, which is the primary responsibility of government. The welfare of the people, is the primary responsibility of government. We know their style. We know their language. Devaluation of Naira. We know their style in Nigeria, all that can develop any country in the 21st century. The ruling class are backward of life. I am not ready, and I believe that this is the time, no any other time, but now we are ready, and we are going to lead this struggle. With my comrades here in the AAC, we are not ready to back out, we are not selling out, and we will not compromise. This struggle is our life. We are ready for it, organized for it. Anything about dividing Nigeria, Nigeria will remain one. Africa will unite and will grow. Any issue concerning what these guys always use about religion, region, whatever, it's all bollocks. It's all smoke screen. We know that there is only one struggle in Nigeria, only one problem. The problem is a class struggle. The struggle between the haves and have-nots. The struggle between the criminals and those who have been exploited. The struggle between the bourgeois and us, the poor people. The Christian North and the Muslim North, or Christian South and Muslim North, we all catch the same hair. So Nigerians should understand that it is time now that we unite against those who have put us in bondage and who have severed our lives, have taken away the lives of our dear people. I don't need to start counting, you all know it. We're all living with this. I don't need to tell you the hell we're catching that we're going through. This is the time. And this is an option now that we have on the ballot for the Nigerian masses. I call on all Nigerian masses to unite behind this struggle, and then let's get back our right to life. We have the right to live. Every human being that is created on this planet has the right to food, shelter, security, happiness, a regular source of income, housing, shelter. And this is the beginning of the struggle for it. We call on all Nigerian students. We're calling on all Nigerian women organizations. We're calling on all Nigerian true, sincere people that they should unite under this alliance so that we defeat the bandits, criminal, political elites we're having today. Backward political elites. Thank you.
It is also our very sincere desire that workers across Nigeria come back to their political party. This is a party for workers, party for women, party for students and all the oppressed segment of our society. On this note, I will want to call on the press men around to ask us questions that you might have related to this alliance. The alliance is going into the election of 2023, but the alliance was not created to contest in the election alone. Our job is to put liberty on the ballot in 2023, but the ultimate goal is the total liberation of humanity here in Nigeria first and on the continent of Africa. I would like to advise our friends all over the world to join us. Those in Latin America, South America, the oppressed people in the US, the oppressed people and hungry people in the United Kingdom and this country, the oppressed people all over the world. We need to be united to defeat the very hungry, greedy, and heartless system of economic around the world. Thank you very much. Please, we'll be happy to take your questions very quickly.
Thank you. Questions?
Good afternoon, presidential candidate of AAC and the emerging PRP. My name is Victor Sinakis and I report for Radio Nigeria. Mine is just a couple of musings. Leftism seem not to be very popular across the world. Even the nations are used to put it on front burner and modify their positions. We talk about things like privatization, being against such policies, but across the world, many such policies are crumbling in the face of international realities. Then let me come to the question of your non-conformist ideology. You began to contest in the last couple of elections, and in your popularity has waned. The ranks of the opposition that should be coming together has continued to break in pieces. How do you hope to rise against this challenge and make meaningful impact, or not just being on the ballot? Thank you.
I will answer the question of popularity. I don't think that it is my perception and the perception of people of Nigeria that my popularity has waned. I don't know where you carried out the poll. That tells you that my popularity has waned. If anything, since 2019 election in particular, we have given Nigeria a different direction and meaning of democracy. And I don't think there's any candidate that contested in 2019 that has been in the eye of the public like myself. After 2019, I spent 5 months in detention in this country. Everybody was talking about it. After that, I spent some 3 years in Abuja, restricted to Abuja by a judge. Everybody is talking about it. It was not only a local issue, it was an international issue. So, but I'm not doing this for popularity. I'm doing this because of my conviction that this country will be liberated. If I want to be popular alone, I'll be producing skits on the internet. Yes. If I want to be popular, I'll be doing MCs for rich, powerful people in Nigeria, and I'll be kissing up to their behind. But I'm not doing this for popularity, I'm doing it for liberation. Thank you very much.
The first question regarding to the left-wing movement and its when you talk about privatization, you know, stealing people's common wealth and redirecting it to very few individuals. If you can just tell me, you and I are all here, what has it produced? What is the result? When you stole NEPA from the Nigerian people, what are you getting now? Have you gotten better light, electricity? Please, I'm asking you this question. I want to hear a response from you. Did you get anything better? When you stole NITEL, when you stole NITEL, and then redirected to few criminals in this country, will you get better when all our money is being siphoned by this few individual money that is enough to settle our debt crisis, to fund our universities, you know, to provide welfare to us and everyone, and if people still continue talking about privatization, or you still don't understand when we say left movement, we are only telling you that we should come back to a system that has not failed us, that has put us where we are today. The whole world today is going the neoliberal agenda. Where has it taken us to? The whole world is in crisis. Capitalism is a problem today of humanity. It's created all the human crises, and now the capitalism has even metamorphosed, has even become more criminal. Like that. It's a disaster. Capitalism. It's a disaster. It only causes disaster. Whatever you see is made for profit. How can human life be equated with money? How can our existence be put on the basis of profit? The state is not run for profit. The state is not business. Statecraft is an issue of people's welfare, people's well-being. And that is where the problem is today. You should understand. All these bourgeois political parties, go and hear what they tell you is all about privatization, neoliberalism. Well, your higher institution being privatized, everything privatized. When government institution or when the public sector refuses to function, is it a solution for you then to send it out to someone else, to just one individual, and without even compensation? When you sell something worth 100 billion at 200 million to one individual, and he didn't even pay the money, what's that? That's a criminal offense. That's just robbery. Thank you.
Alright, so, okay, there's another question. So, but I intend to just add a few things sharply, and it is that the world is moving left, right? In Colombia, they move left. In Brazil, they move left. Even in the act of imperialism, the United States of America, 51% of young people said capitalism has failed and they are moving left. This is open statistics. So what we are doing in Nigeria is historic. The employers are gathering everywhere, and we will win. So let me have a
Good afternoon. My name is Friday. I'm a reporter with Channel TV. I would like to hear from you. I know that there are 18 political parties registered with 18 presidential candidates going in for this election. And for the PRP, with INEC record, it is Kola Abiola that is the candidate for the PRP. You represent the list in INEC. I'd like to hear from you if Kola Abiola has jettisoned his presidential aspiration and is part of this alliance. That's one. The second question is, I'd like to hear you talk about the convergence of ideologies that serve as a catalyst kind of to this alliance. What is the convergence of ideology between the two parties and make it to agree to the alliance? Thank you.
Sorry, there's a follow-up to the national chairman or supposed national chairman. In the INEC records, you are not the registered national chairman, so you respond to that.
PRP, like you all know, is a party belonging to people who have Nigerians at heart. People like Balaro Musa, people like Wala Amina Kanu. These are the people who have fought for freedom of the Nigerian people, to free women, Nigerian youths, and unite this country as one. Bring all our brothers together from all parts of this country, irrespective of our differences in religious beliefs, and so on. So PRP happens to fall in the hands of some reactionary forces. When I say reactionary forces, you know, the stools of the establishment who intend to kind of dilute PRP from its potence, from its people-oriented policies and programs. And we, the true sons of the founders of PRP, people like the Michael Imodu, the Chinua Achebe, the Yusuf Bala Usman, the Aspirations, the Haji Azumbo Sawaba. We say no, and we will not take this. Attempt has been made to destroy PRP because it's one of the last or one of the oldest and few left parties in Nigeria that is always talking about Nigerian people, Nigerian masses. Look at all other parties. They have contempt for Nigerian masses. They hate the Nigerian people. Look at how Nigerians are being treated. Look at what's going on. So, we are in court. Somehow, the party impeached its leader on the basis of an attempt to take away or change the party constitution and then expunge some people-oriented policies in the political party. And for that reason, we said no. If you want to be a bourgeois, if you want to be a people exploiter, then go to where you belong. You have your places over there, not in PRP. PRP and its like of the ACAC must be left for the Nigerian people. And this is why we are in court today. And we've been in court, and like I said, this is not the first time. PRP has once been deregistered. Malala Musa fought this case to the highest and got PRP re-registered back in as a political party. And those same reactionary elements have never stopped, you know, trying to take away this opportunity from the Nigerian people up till today. And that's what we are fighting. We are in court as I'm talking to you now. The issue of Kola whoever being PRP's presidential candidate, I don't think that is true. We are in court, and that is there. It is in record. And as far as we are concerned, the true representative of the PRP are those people who believe in the principles and ideology that they are founded on the emancipation of Nigerian people, redeeming Nigerian people from the shackles of these criminal organizations, and this all in the name of and these neoliberal policies, parading themselves as Nigerian elites and leaders. That's question number one. Question number two, you said, what was your question number two, please? Okay, the ideology, you see.
Sorry. I wanted the comrade to comment on that. Has Kola Abiola jettisoned his presidential aspirations, or is part of this alliance? Because I have the records. I covered the INEC also. Kola Abiola is the presidential candidate on INEC register for PRP. So has he jettisoned his presidential aspiration, or is part of this alliance? I want the presidential candidate of the AAC to comment.
So we made it very clear at the beginning of this press conference that this alliance is between the AAC, the authentic AAC, and the authentic PRP. The people will never be defeated. If you want to know who Kola Abiola is still in the race about, ask Kola Abiola. He's the one who claims to be a presidential candidate of the PRP. And you know, for every original product, there's a counterfeit. And we have experienced it before. A situation where a party we founded in 2018 was given recognition over the owners of the party by INEC. INEC did it even to reactionary parties like PDP before. APC, through the former governor of Borno, took over PDP. But they kept fighting, and that did not stop them from operating as a political party. Yes, because they believe in it while they were fighting in court, they also kept fighting in elections, you knew this about the PDP takeover by Alimot Sharif. So these are not questions that are relevant to our meeting here today. This is an alliance with authentic voices that are ideologically identical. Yes, I will tell you a small private story. I was one of the people who fought throughout the June 12 debacle against the government with Abiola. All Abiola was dating Babangida's daughter when we were killing ourselves on the streets. Yes, they were having fun. They were opposed to the annulment of the election while we were fighting for the annulment. So Abiola is not a new person to us when it comes to reactionary politics. The Abiola almost beat me up in front of the Father's house. When we were doing the burial of Abiola, we said no Nigerian government official had come to the burial. This was when Abiola was being buried. The Abiola came and tried to beat me up. They were not interested in democracy. They were interested in the federal government visitors who wanted to bring money to them to assuage them over the death of their father and the government killed. So I don't want to get into all those private conversations, but I just want you to know, because this one is also public, that we are not against Kola Abiola's version of the PRP. What we are saying is that we are in alliance with Aminu Kano's version of version of the PRP. We are not in alliance with the Buhari version of the PRP, or the APC version of the PRP, or the PDP version of the PRP. And I hope this clears our reason for sitting in front of you today. Let's either present whoever they want to present on behalf of the PRP. We are in alliance with our own PRP and the real PRP, the real Nigerian people. That's what we're talking about here today. Thank you very much. And I think that was your second question is also what you said, the real Nigerian people. Yes. You're asking what is on INEX. What does that? What INEX is doing in Nigeria? It's not rigging election. Did INEX not rig an election for a guy who did not participate in election in Imo State? Yes. Or who came forth. So that's what I think I've been doing. Our own is a revolutionary coalition that is going to deliver this country from oppression. Whether it's 2023 or whenever it happens, it must happen. That's our goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My name is Omoyele Sowore. I use Extra Online. My question is for you, Oga Sowore. What is your reason for not picking a woman as your running mate, knowing the strength of Nigerian women? Correct.
I think, please can we have more house, please? I think the question should be, why didn't we pick a woman as a presidential candidate of our party? There's nothing wrong in that. I've been answering this question every day. Women are 51% of the voters in Nigeria today. And I hope women, instead of complaining for percentages, should join hands together and vote for a woman, so that you can defeat the men in this country. Men have made a mess of this country. We need a woman president. And I will join you in doing that. But to answer your question, so that you don't say I dodge your question, our party was restored to us on the 2nd of June 2022. We have only 6 days left to produce a presidential candidate. And we went straight into our presidential primaries. No women that we know of showed up, even though our form was free. And we understand why. Most of them were not aware that we are taking over the party from the reactionaries who hijacked the party. We couldn't have given the position of either presidential candidate or vice presidential candidate to a person who was not in the party at that time. But we promised, and I will keep apologizing on behalf of the party, we promised to expand this party to give women more room to partake in the affairs of the party, and hopefully our next presidential candidate can be a woman. But good news is that it's not too late. We have a deputy governorship candidate in Akwa Ibom State, who is a female, Caroline Danjuma. She's very popular. So let's at least elect that one. And also Rivers State is also, our deputy there is also a female, and she is a lawyer. We are about the only political party in this country that can boast of female candidates at those levels. The APC has a female candidate. They themselves, that's Binani in they themselves went to court to remove her because they cannot tolerate women in a leadership position. And our party doesn't have, we are abolishing woman leader because we don't have man leader in our party. These are discriminatory positions against women. And we have said it that women are not unequal to men. But what we haven't done in terms of policy is to ensure that women get their proper place. You guys work the hardest in this country. You wake up in the morning and you are likely to be the last person to go to bed. You work, in fact, it is imagined now in this country that women are the ones supporting men.